The Digimon card game will be released worldwide in January of 2021, with a special release event on November 27th, 2020. Pre-orders for it have been live since the last week of September 2020, and the hype for it has been so large. Bandai has increased the amount each local game shop can order, meaning we'll be getting more of the special release booster version 1.0 set, and that is something to be excited about, to say the least. Now, with that being said, let's focus on the topic of this video. Hello, Digidestined, and thank you for joining me on Weaver's Wonderful World. With the upcoming global release of the Digimon card game, I thought I would take the time to discuss what we as a community could do to help this wonderful game grow and prosper, so that it will stay around for a very long time. I've seen time and time again in the community, will Digimon unseat one of the big three? And in my first Digimon card game video, I answered that question. No, it's not gonna beat out Magic the Gathering, Pokemon, or Yu-Gi-Oh! Those TCGs have been around for 20 years or more. They have a dedicated fan base of players who will consistently come back for each and every release. Their tournaments are large and they have a system that works. Sometimes we'll even see changes to the rules, like Yu-Gi-Oh! Speed duels that make a different format for a quicker game. Now, to this effect, I have to say, don't worry about busting other card games. If we focus too much on the will it, won't it, it could create animosity if it doesn't happen. So just focus on the game itself and how much fun you have with it, and stay positive that others love it and want the game to grow. Gatekeeping is a killer of any game that hasn't been around for a long time. If you think someone shouldn't be there for any reason, then wanting the game to last is not your goal. Something like this can only grow and thrive if people consistently join and buy the product. So if there is someone new and interested in the game, welcome them to the hobby, offer them friendly advice, help them make the best purchasing options, help them build their first deck, show them how to play, and just be an ever positive role model. Whether the newcomer be a kid getting into their first TCG, or an adult swapping games, or someone who's always been a fan, but didn't hear about the game until recently. Supporting local game shops is paramount to the growth of a game like this. They're the people who will host tournaments, allow you to meet new people, give you a hangout place to play against others, and run special events and official tournaments for Bandai, and will try to grow the community. Not only this, but they'll more often sell singles, so you don't have to chance not getting the card you're looking for. And the secondary market for TCGs is the best way to show support for local game shops. Big box stores like Target and Walmart won't give you the same things LCGs do, but they'll do if you don't have a store close enough to go to all the time. Sometimes others will not have the information you might, so ask around. You may have a friend that loves Digimon, but they have yet to hear about the new card game. Talking with others about it is a great way to get that information out there. Other times you could be hanging out at your local shop and someone will ask about it. Give them a hand and answer any questions they might have about it. Someone on the Digimon card game TCG Facebook group mentioned this and I want to use it here. Have a set of starter decks ready to play so they can try a demo of the game and get a better understanding of if they will like it and want to join the community. Once you know if someone's interested, give them resources where they can learn more and ask questions. If you're a member of the community, you'll probably have those offhand waiting. The official Digimon card game website is the best place to start, but Facebook groups are a great resource as well, since from what I've seen, they're generally open and welcoming groups. Now I know this is negative, but toxic communities do exist in every hobby. Why? I couldn't tell you for sure. Some like to think if it's kept exclusive, it'll be more pure. Some have elitist attitudes, thinking others aren't worthy of being a part of their game if you don't conform to every bit of their standard of what a player should be. For whatever reason though, any excuse to drive people away from the game, especially this early in the life cycle, will hurt the Digimon card game, and possibly cause it to die before we really even get it off the ground. I know this is doubling up on number 2, but sometimes it needs to be said. So be ever welcoming of newcomers and it will improve our hobby and grow the community so the game will last. Go to LCG tournaments, official tournaments, special events if they're running in your area. On days events aren't running, go and play. Showing you want to play the game will have a big impact. Even if you don't feel you can help other members, new or veteran, showing up and sitting down to play really shows the LCGs you care about this game. The more players that show up, the more likely the LCG is to hold events. More likely it is for Bandai to come up with official events, like pre-releases, official tournaments, special tournaments with prize promo cards, or what have you. But attending events is one surefire way to help the game become better. This is a trading card game, so people will want to trade cards with you if you have something they want, but be reasonable with your trade offers. Lowballing players on cards they want to get something you may need is never a fair outcome and will lead to animosity. This harkens back to number 5, don't be toxic. If you don't want someone to give you a bad trade, why would you do it to others? Reasonable trading is another great way to be productive in the community and foster unity among the hobby. I know a lot of us are hyped about this game. I know I am for sure since I have a fair few boosters pre-ordered. A lot of the time people will have more cards than they need and will want to clear up room. The best way to do this is to sell singles. It creates the secondary market I mentioned earlier and is a great way for players to buy the cards that they're looking for. So if you want to get into the secondary market, catalog the cards you have and may want to sell. Look online to see how much those cards may be worth and set a reasonable price for each card. Then within the community, let players know that you're selling. However, only do this if the page allows it. When you do this, you know the card will be going to players and collectors alike. You can also try to sell them on sites like TCG Player to handle the back end of selling instead of doing it directly. They will have generalizations of how much cards can go for, and you can use it to set your own reasonable prices. All in all, I have a feeling this game will last. At least I'm hoping beyond hope that it does. I've been waiting for a good Digimon card game since the first English card game failed back in 2001. This game and the system it runs on is wonderful and has the potential to be even more fantastic if Bandai and the community manages it right. David, last name redacted, echoes a lot of the same of what I had to say. His post in the Digimon card game TCG group sparked my motivation to get my thoughts on how to improve the community on this video. So if you're not a part of the group already, I have links to the Digimon card game TCG and the Facebook group dedicated to the English release in the description down below, along with my social medias, the artist who drew the wonderful chibis you're seeing, the composer who wrote the music playing right now, and Level 1 Gaming Shop where I'll be playing the Digimon card game. Now, I want to make a follow-up to this video about everyone's thoughts about how we can improve the community together. So please like, comment on the video, and share it. And I'll be sure to make a video on everybody's comments that would be great ways to improve and build the community. So thank you for joining me on Weaver's Wonderful World. As always, I'm your host Ginsu Weaver, and remember, breakfast is the most important meal of the day, and donuts are the best breakfast food. So eat up, stay healthy, and I'll catch you Digidestined in the next video.